Hey, host team, this is Shannon coming at you from the loop. So, we have finished up our series on disciplines. The thing about disciplines is that if you're doing them because you're supposed to, they're not going to mean anything. Because what we've talked about so far, and I've said it every week, is if it doesn't mean anything to you, it's not going to mean anything to God. And that applies to our first week when we talked about baptism. We talked about communion the second week. We talked about prayer the third week. We talked about Bible reading the fourth week. We talked about fasting. And then last week we talked about tithing. So we've talked about everything from Bible reading to your money. It's everything encompassed. So I really want to talk about so what. That's the whole thing. So what? So if you learn all this stuff, but you don't apply it, so what? It means nothing. So I have brought in a special guest. She has traveled from afar to come talk with us today. And I would like to introduce you to my friend, Miss Lisa Drugemeyer.
Hey, host team.
So anyway, I've got some questions for Lisa. And she's just going to dive in a little bit with you guys about what we've been talking about the last 6 weeks. So, Lisa.
Yes, Shannon.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am fantastic.
I'm so glad.
And I'm very excited about what we've talked about these last few weeks. And I think it's such great foundational material for where we're headed.
Awesome. So, let me ask you this. Out of all 6 weeks, we've been talking about all this stuff. What is it that you've gotten the most out of in the last 6 weeks?
I think exactly what we're moving into for this week's huddle, which is the so what. Mm-hmm. If we do nothing with all of this that we've learned, then so what? It just means that we've heard and learned a bunch of great stuff, but if we keep it inside, how is that helpful to our guests, to our other team members? How is it even helpful to us? But most importantly, how does that honor God?
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, I know that the way God works sometimes is he'll put things on your heart and then all of a sudden somebody will say something about it and then you're like, oh, that was God. He was planting the seed in my heart and then all of a sudden now I know that was my sign that I need to address this issue. So has that happened for you? Was there anything that God had been talking to you about and then one of these huddles just spoke about this?
Yes, absolutely. I had the honor of leading the one on reading the Bible. And what I realized through doing that and preparing for it was I have a nice little checklist thanks to YouVersion. And YouVersion is great. It's a great way to keep us accountable. It's a great way to keep us honest and actually in the Word. But I tended to check the boxes and go, hey, yay, isn't that great? And there it showed up on the home screen that I'd finished my reading for the day. And in James 1:22, the Bible is very specific and very clear to be not only hearers of the word, but doers of the word. And that really kind of struck me deep in my heart that I can be full of biblical knowledge, I can quote scripture right and left, but if I'm not applying that in my daily life and I'm not applying it in my walk with others, so what?
That's good stuff. Preach. Yeah, so, well, then let me ask you this. Because of that, it goes back to that so what? So what for you? Has it changed anything for you?
It's caused me to not just depend on YouVersion to tell me what to read that day, but to really seek God and ask Him to make that deposit in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind of what should I read today? What does He want me to read today? And how I can use it. And it's been really kind of cool because there have been several people that I've shared certain scriptures with this week that have nothing to do with my YouVersion plans, but God's just dropped them into my heart. And I've shared those scriptures with some friends and via text, and the message I get back was, oh my gosh, you have no idea how much I needed to hear that. Yeah. So for me, that's taken me somewhat beyond the so what. I still have more to do. I still need to be super diligent to dive into the Word and just really crack open some of these scriptures for myself and figure out what it means to me,
Mm-hmm.
and then how God might use that for me to minister to other people.
Mm.
And it's a game changer. It really, really is. And it's not that I'm getting any glory out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's God's glory. God
Mhm.
put it in my heart. God put it in my spirit. He's shown me who to contact and who to share these scripture with. So it's all to give him glory.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So my prayer when I do these huddles and come up with the content for them, I hope that they're hitting people right where they're at in their spiritual walk, because I want to partner with God in this, so that we're talking to people where they're at in their spirit. So this weekend we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about where God has been with you through this journey as we've been talking about the different disciplines. So we're going to be talking about, what does that mean now? So what are your next steps? So we want to hear from you this weekend. We're going to be asking questions from you about, what does this mean for you? And we don't want Sunday school. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the answer will never be God, the Bible, or Sunday school, or Jesus, or the ark. It's going to be from your heart. It's got to be something that God has done in you. So we're going to talk about that this week, and it's not like we're going to call you out in front of a bunch of people, but we do want to hear your heart. I want to tell you that the after huddles that we've been having have just been inspirational. So many people have told me how they're growing just from hearing from you guys when you're in your after huddle. So I just want to encourage you to just keep it up. Just keep sharing your life with people, because that is what we were put on this planet to do. So I just want to give you that. And also, I just want to tell you thank you so much for all you do to just make people feel welcome, make them feel loved, make them feel at home. And the thing is I don't want you to feel like you're here to put out a service. You are here so that you can grow. You are here so that you can find Jesus yourself, and therefore help others find Jesus. And that's the whole crux of the matter. So I just want to pray that you guys have a great week. We've been praying for you. I've been praying for you in my quiet times, and just know that you are loved, you are needed, and I cannot wait to see you this weekend. Right, Lisa?
That is right. We love you guys more
That's right.
than we can say.
That's right.
And what I love about the after huddles is I think that's just been the result of what we've been doing in huddles. You've been the guys have been seeing works in action, love in action, the Bible in action. So keep doing what you're doing, because you are awesome.
I agree with her. So we're going to let you go. I know it's been 8 minutes and 4 seconds, but I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will see you this weekend. Bye, guys.